What's up, y'all? Y'all already know it is your girl, Ariana Chanel, and I'm back again with another recap of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let's go ahead and jump right into this tea. So first, we kick off the episode with Scrappy meeting up with Blue at the boxing rink. And they're talking about everything catching up. And Blue tells him about Shay and how Shay was dating P. And Scrappy was real surprised because he did not know. So Scrappy is feeling some type of way, like how did he not know Shay was dating Pleasure P? But Blue says, how about you just talk this over with her at her fitness thing that he's basically promoting. Meanwhile, Trick has this podcast and he invites Bobby and Tip to come on. And Bobby is basically promoting his new single. So they ask him a question about Trina, and Bobby responds saying that Trina does not support his music whatsoever. But Tip is like, no, I don't think it's that, but I don't think you give her a reason to support it. So, Bobby is feeling some type of way about how Tip basically tried to come at him on air. And Tip is like, I'm not trying to come at you, but I just want you to see, like, it's hard out here. And Tip gets really emotional and starts talking about how she has to grind every day just to get this studio time and how she even pays studio time for Bobby just so he can make it. Now we then move on to Joy and Trina. And Joy and Trina go to this pole dancing class. And Joy's basically trying to figure out how the date went, what's their relationship with Ray. And Trina's like, the date went good. Me and Ray are always going to be around each other because we are friends. But right now I'm just really trying to focus on my career. That's what Trina's saying. So we'll see if her and Ray's relationship moves a little bit forward. Then, Joy brings up Bobby and she says, we should actually go to Bobby's listening event. Trina's all for it, but she's just not into the drama that Bobby brings, and so she hopes it's going to be a drama-free event. Now, Prince is trying to make a fool of Michelle Pooch, so he shows up at her event and brings like a circus of dancers and drummers and stuff, and Malik is there. And Malik feels some type of way because these dancers are all gay dancers, and he's saying, I don't party like that, Prince. Why would you bring these type of people to this party? And he's very upset. And Prince is just confused because he's like, why are you so mad? First of all, I didn't even know you were going to be there. So he has to apologize not only to the dancers because they heard the comments, but just to everyone in general. So then Shay has her fitness event and Scrappy does show up. And, Shay's a little confused why Scrappy's here. And Scrappy's like, I'm just here to support you. But why didn't you tell me you was dating P? And Shay's like, well, you don't even have a right to question me considering what you done to me. And all this stuff like that. So they get into an argument. Then out of nowhere, Blue is like, just tell her how you feel, man. Tell her you love her and you're sorry. And Shay's just pretty much over it because she asks him, well, are you still going to work with Chinese Kitty? And you can tell, Scrappy's like, yeah, I am going to work with her. But he's also saying no. So he's just pretty much lying. And Shay is over it and she says, I'm done with this situation. Now moving on to Tip. Tip actually meets up with Jeffrey to try to get Jeffrey to go to, Bobby's listening party. And, he's really not here for it because he still feels disrespected that Bobby would slap him in public. But Tip can assure him that, Bobby really wants to just be with him and wants to work things out so maybe they can move forward. Jeffrey does agree he will come to the listening party. So when he does show up, Bobby is actually very surprised to see him. And they end up talking and it seems like they come to a point where they can just, be cordial. And we'll see if things progress. Maybe he'll leave Malik and be with Bobby. You never know with them. So Jeffrey does end up going to Bobby's party. And Bobby is so excited to see him. But he's kind of surprised. He's like, I didn't expect to see you here. But they end up talking things out. And it seems like they're on a good point. And it seems like they're on a good page. But they end up talking things out. And it seems like they're on a good page. Now Trina shows up. And Bobby is so excited. He didn't think Trina would ever come. And, they start talking. And Trina listens to his music and she's actually feeling it. She's like, I actually finally see some potential in you. Now, Bobby does walk away for a little bit. And one of the radio hosts that was on Trick's podcast, she was like, oh, I'm surprised to see you here considering what Bobby just said on the podcast. So now Trina goes to confront Bobby. He's like, why are you talking about me on the podcast? Like, don't put my name in anything. And Bobby's like, I really didn't say nothing about you. They start arguing. Trina says, stop using my name for irrelevancy. And it just explodes. So next episode will be the season finale, so I'm sure it will be crazy. So be sure to tune in next week. And of course, go on thepettypunch.com for your latest entertainment and gossip news.